Hi everyone, I'm Nicola from YHM, the yoga and hypnobirthing midwife, and today we're doing a yoga class especially for the lower back and the hips as well. So often we can have a lot of discomfort in this area, and the two areas are linked as well. So often we get a bit of hip or pelvis pain, we can get some pain in the lower back too. So it'll be a lovely few stretches just to help release that tension, help all the muscles relax as well and release. So let's get straight to it today. I think we're going to start with some cat-cows. So we're going to move over into all fours position. We're going to start by inhaling, arching the spine, looking forward. Exhaling, curving the spine, chin to chest. And again, inhaling to arch. And exhaling to curve. Let's even go a little bit deeper into each one you do. And just do a few more in time with your own breath now. Inhale to arch. So you can arch a little bit deeper this time. Exhaling to curve, chin to chest. Lovely. And again, inhaling to arch. This time, so deeply inhale. Exhaling to curve and fully empty the lungs as much as you can. Exhale all the air. And hold, so holding the breath now. And now you're going to pull the stomach muscles in and engage the muscles of the pelvic floor. Hold here for a couple of seconds. And release. And again, inhaling to arch. Exhaling to curve. Fully exhaling now. Holding the breath, engaging the core muscles and the muscles of the pelvic floor, and holding for a couple of seconds. Lovely. One more deep inhale. Slowly exhale. Engaging the core, engaging the muscles of the pelvic floor. And release. We're going to walk the hands in now. Come on up. And do Grandad Garden. So this is a really good stretch for the spine. So start with the hands on the hips. We're going to push the hips forward. I'm going to release into a back bend. So you want to really arch from the lower spine here, opening the chest, chin up to the ceiling. This is a great exercise for the lower spine. If this feels too intense, feel free to bring it back into only a slight bend, or even come up, take a breath, and then go back into it when you feel ready. This is quite an intense stretch for the spine. An option to stay here, or we can tuck the toes underneath and reach for the heels. Pushing the hips up towards the ceiling, opening through the chest. So choosing your level today. There's no right or wrong. Just finding what feels good for you and finding what your body needs. Let's take a couple more deep breaths here. If we've got our hands to the heels, we'll bring them back to the hips and slowly roll on up together. We'll just do a counter pose now, so it's really important to do counter poses in yoga. Untuck the toes, sit back on the heels, have the knees as wide as the yoga mat, and walk the hands forward into child's pose. Just relax over here. This is a lovely counter pose for the spine. Begin to deepen the breath. Then slowly walking the hands back in and rolling up through the spine. Okay, bringing the knees together now, knees and feet together. We're going to do a wave-like motion with the spine. So we're going to begin by arching the spine, bringing the body forward, so chin leading, arching the spine, and then relaxing the body over. And now curving back through the spine, head being the last thing to come up. And repeat, arching the spine, opening the chest, chin leading, bring your body down towards the ground. Tuck the chin in, roll up through the spine slowly, head coming up last. And then you can close your eyes as well here if you like. And just move in time with your own breath. So breathe in a way that feels natural for you today, but beginning to deepen the breath. So this is lovely for working the whole spine, working vertebra by vertebra. See if you can make it slightly bigger now for a bigger arch, opening the chest, relaxing forward. Let's do one more arch in the spine. And slowly rolling up. Okay, coming back to all fours position now. We're going to do pigeon pose. This is such a lovely stretch through the hips. So we're going to bring the left knee forward first, so towards the left hand, and then we're going to walk that right leg back. So a couple of options here. We can keep that left foot quite close into the body. We want to increase the stretch. We can walk that left foot out. And then we want to release that right hip towards the yoga mat. Now this can be quite intense on the hips, so feel free to pop a yoga block or maybe a rolled up towel or blanket underneath the hip for an extra bit of support too. So we're going to start, I like to call this proud pigeon, so coming onto the fingertips, roll the shoulders forward, up and down, looking forward. And you should get a lovely release in the hip here. Option now to stay here or to come down onto the forearms. Again, looking forward, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Or if you prefer, you can bring the palms together, the hands together, and rest the forehead down onto the hands. So we're going to stay here for a little while now. So bring your focus to your breath. And this will help you relax into the posture. So often if you feel a bit of resistance into the body, the key is to use our breath to help us relax into it, breathe into it. And if this is too much for you, feel free to come out of the posture and take a break and come back into it when you feel ready. This is a wonderful hip opener. And just continue to deepen the breath and relax in this beautiful stretch. Let's do 3 more breaths here. One more. And so we're going to push our arms to straighten them if we have them resting on the mat. Walk the hands back in towards the body. And then bring that left leg back, and we'll just swap sides. So start back at all fours position. Now we're going to bring the right knee towards the right hand and walk the left leg back. Option to keep that right foot fairly close to the body, or we can walk that foot out and release the left hip down towards the mat. We'll all start in our proud pigeon. So resting on the fingertips, roll the shoulders forward, back and down, looking forward, lengthen through the spine here. Option to stay here, or possibly come down onto the forearms. I always say there's no medals in yoga, so don't feel like you have to force it or push yourself. Just find what feels good for you today, what your body needs. And there's no reason why you can't progress. With practice and time, you can progress into the postures, but there's no rush to get there. Or option to bring the hands together and relax the forehead over. So closing your eyes as well here if you like, and bring your focus back to your breath. And really use your breath as a tool to help you release into these deeper postures, into this hip opener today. If you start to feel a bit of resistance, try to deepen your breath. If you need to come out of it, that's okay. You can come out of it, take a break and come back into it when you feel ready. You might find that one side feels different to the other. That's quite normal. So this side definitely feels a bit tighter for me than the other side. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, if you've got your forehead resting on your hand, pushing back up to straighten the arms and walking the hands back in towards the body. Coming back to your all fours position. That should be a lovely release through the hips now. We're going to walk our hands back in towards the knee and sit on our heels. We're going to do a little kind of pelvic rocking now and a stabilisation for the hips as well. So sometimes in yoga we do lots of power stance and things, which can be great, but sometimes it's important to do some simple exercises to help strengthen the muscles and re-stabilise the joints too. So we're going to bring our bum to the side, and we're going to bring the right foot to the left knee. And then we'll have the left leg bent with the left foot to the left hip. So this is our kind of base position. We're going to bring the hands to the hips. We're going to inhale to arch the spine, looking forward. And we're going to exhale to curve. So as if someone's pulling us back from the centre of our spine, curving the spine, dropping chin to chest. And repeat, inhale to arch. Exhale to curve. So just rocking the pelvis backwards and forwards. Lovely, this time, so we're going to inhale to arch. We're going to exhale to curve, but as we exhale, we're going to engage the muscles of the pelvic floor. And again, inhaling to arch. Exhaling, engaging the muscles of the pelvic floor. Let's do 2 more of these. So pelvic floor exercises are really important for both men and women to do too. Has lots of health benefits for men and women. But it can really help reduce lower back pain by strengthening the muscles. And this exercise is really good for stabilising the hip too. And inhale to neutral. Going to bring the left hand to the left knee now. Sweep the right hand behind us. Bring just behind the right hip. Inhale. I'm going to exhale, bring the left hip off the ground. I'm going to twist over to look over the right shoulder. So you get a really nice release through the left hip, but also through the lower back too. We're going to deeply inhale. And we're going to pull the stomach muscles in. And then exhale as we can deepen into that twist, looking further over the right shoulder. And here we're going to try not collapse either in the shoulder or in the spine too. That's a little bit exaggerated. We're going to try and really push to straighten that arm, bring the shoulder away from the ear and lengthen through the spine as we twist. Hold in here for a couple of breaths. And release back to centre. Then my left foot to meet the right foot now and come into butterfly pose. And we'll start by just giving the feet a little massage. And I've got a nice little click there in the feet. Just massaging the base of the feet, releasing any tension there may be there. Lovely. And we're going to then clasp what's comfortable for us, so either on the shins or maybe interlacing the fingers and wrapping them around the feet. Okay, and we'll try and bend the elbows and lengthen through the spine, looking forward. And then we're going to exhale, tuck chin to chest, curve in the spine. Hold in here for a couple of breaths. And just release into this posture. And then rolling up to the spine. And just repeating once more. So inhale and lengthen through the spine, looking forward. And here, if that's too much for you, walk the feet away from the body. You want to increase the stretch, bring the feet closer in towards you. So lengthen the spine. Exhaling, chin to chest, curve in the spine. Relaxing the forehead over. Breathing deeply here. Closing the eyes as well if you like. And see if you can release the knees further towards the ground as you exhale. And rolling on it. Lovely. We'll do the same pelvic rocking on the opposite side now. So we'll bring the right foot behind us, left foot to right knee, hands to the hips. We're going to inhale to arch, exhale to curve. Inhale to arch, just moving in time with your own breath now. We're going to introduce the pelvic floor exercises as well now. So inhaling to arch, exhaling to curve, engage in the pelvic muscles, engage in the core muscles too here. And again, inhaling to arch, exhaling to curve. Just a few more. Really squeezing the core muscles in and the muscles of the pelvic floor too. Let's do two more. And also strengthening the muscles of the pelvic floor can also really help reduce lower back pain too. And one more. And come back to neutral. Right hand to right knee, sweep the left hand behind us. Inhale. Exhaling, right hip coming off the ground now, twisting, looking over the left shoulder. Again, pushing that left shoulder away from the ears, lengthening through the spine. Releasing into our twist. Now we're going to inhale. Engage the muscles of the core, the pelvic floor muscles, and exhale to twist further. And again, inhale in. Engage in the muscles and exhale to twist. And release back to centre. Sweeping that right foot now to meet the left, back to our butterfly pose. We'll start again with our nice foot massage. It might not be often that we get foot massages, so why not give them to yourself? That's what I say. And then choosing where it feels comfortable for you, so maybe resting your hands on the shins or interlacing the fingers and wrapping them around the feet. Inhaling, bending the elbows, lengthening through the spine, looking forward. Enjoying that release through the hips. And then as you next exhale, chin to chest, and then relax the forehead down towards the feet again, doesn't matter how far it comes. And then releasing over into your forward fold. Bringing your focus back to your breath. See if you can release a little bit further as you exhale. Three more breaths here. Remember, you can always come out with a posture if you need to. Don't feel like you need to force anything today. Just respond to what your body needs. And then slowly rolling up through the spine. Lovely, bringing the knees together. We're going to come down to laying down now. So we're going to roll through the spine, coming down to the mat. Lovely. I'm just going to shimmy myself over here so I've got enough room. We're going to lengthen the arms out to the sides, straighten the arms, bring the arms to shoulder height. Walking the feet in towards the body. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to drop the knees over towards the left. Coming into our spinal twist now. So here you want to try and keep the right shoulder on the ground and just lower the knees towards the ground on the opposite side. So you don't need to touch, so maybe this is your spinal twist today. Just see where your knees naturally fall. And looking over the right shoulder. An option to stay here, or we can lift that, so that left foot, the one underneath, and hook it just above the right knee, and use that as a bit of an anchor to guide that right knee further towards the ground. It's a really nice twist for the spine, but also releasing in the hip too. And just closing your eyes as well here if you like, and relax into the stretch. And releasing that left foot if you've got it on top of the right knee. And then inhaling the knees to centre. And then just relaxing over to the opposite side, so knees dropping down to the right now. And then looking over the left shoulder and closing the eyes when you're ready. Bringing your focus back to your breath today. And using that as your tool to help your body release into each posture, each stretch. Just feel your body letting go of any tension it may be holding on to. Again, option to stay here, or now we can use the right foot just above that left knee and use that as an anchor to guide it towards the ground. Breathing deeply here is the last stretch we're going to do today. Okay, and then releasing that right foot if you've got it on top of the left knee. Inhaling the knees back to centre. Lovely, we're just going to release the legs now, straighten the legs one at a time and coming into Shavasana. So straightening the legs, straightening the arms, so just rest them on the ground, palms facing up by the side of the body and closing the eyes. Just taking a few moments here to let your body rest and recover. Noticing how your body feels after you've done this yoga class. Just telling yourself, well done for showing up on the mat today. That can be the hardest thing to do some days. So well done for doing some yoga today, for releasing tension from the body and the mind. Well done. Just taking a few moments here to deepen the breath. Focusing on each inhale and each exhale. You have permission here to stay in Shavasana today if you like, and just let the video play out. Or if you're ready to start coming back to the room and carry on with your day. And gently bring some movement back to your fingers and your toes. Keeping your eyes closed, bending your legs one at a time. Then slowly, when you're ready, just coming on to your side, either side, it doesn't matter which one. And gradually opening your eyes and using your hands to slowly bring you back up to a seated position. Thank you for joining me today for this class for your lower back and your hips too. I really hope those exercises and stretches has helped you both build strength and release some tension from the area too. Let me know what you think of the video. If you've liked it, please give it a little thumbs up below and subscribe to my YouTube channel to follow me for lots of yoga videos throughout the whole year as well, and I hope to see you for some more yoga and meditation soon. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Namaste.